Welcome back to the Chapter Chats and Chill podcast.
Your cozy reading nook where we talk everything about books, tropes, fave characters, and more. This is Elena.
This is Marwa.
And Emma. And we invite you to get comfortable, grab a cup of tea or coffee, and get ready to enter a world where stories come true.
So brace yourself and let's dig into it.
So girls, do you want to start from the reading experience? How was it for you?
For me, it takes quite a long time. Not because the book was boring or whatever, but because I was just not in the mood. I totally loved the experience that the book gave to me. What about you, girls?
For me, to sum it up with only one word, I would say it was captivating. I was hooked from the start to the end of the book, especially that I didn't know where the story was going because, as I said in the first part of this book review, I haven't read the synopsis. So, to be honest, I didn't even try to guess where the plot was going because everything just kept unfolding page by page. There wasn't a single moment's latency, which I highly appreciated. So, yeah, it was a very good reading experience.
Absolutely agree. I also tried the audiobook and reading tandem for the first time ever, and it was so nice. The audiobook voice actors, they're British, I guess, or at least that's the accent that I picked. I don't know, it felt such a coincidence because when I was reading the book, I don't think they ever mentioned anything about Britain because it's set in this magical world, right? But I was picturing the characters to have this British accent, so it was very a very nice coincidence. But I have to say, sometimes some words were a little bit difficult for me. I don't know about you girls, but I found more words that I actually didn't really know what they meant. I think there may be old words that aren't used anymore that much, but I also appreciated it so much because it's in line with the period of time when the book is set, which is, I believe, in the 1890s or something like that.
Yes, something like that.
So it all made sense, and I would say, yeah, definitely recommend this book for the reading experience as well. It's very intense.
And what about favorite character, girls? For me, it was Iris, but I want to hear more from you.
For me, I'll have to say Iris too, because she's brave and selfless, and also she's a very good writer. At the same time, I feel like it's kind of my default choice because she's the character we saw the most in the book. So it was kind of automatic that we get attached to her. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm thinking that maybe if we got more of Addie, for example, which seems like a very interesting character, especially at the beginning when she made her entrance, then maybe my choice would have differed. But for now, it's Iris.
I think for me, of course, I loved the protagonists, so I completely agree with you. But if I had to pick another character, I really loved Marisol. I don't know. I think her story is very fascinating, even if we don't get as much of it. But the way she becomes so protective of Iris and Ati and even Roman, and you can see how worried she is, even if she's so brave and she's used to live in a war zone. So her wife, for example, she's left to fight in the war, and so I don't know. At first, when we were introduced to this character, I thought she would be a little bit more detached because of the uncertainty that comes with the war. But instead, she really became almost as a mother figure, especially to Iris, who lost her mom. And so I really, really love Marisol's character.
Yeah, she's a good character. It's interesting, Marwa, what you said about the side character are not developed, because I think that one of the biggest lack of this book is the fact that we know a lot about the main characters, but we know a few things about the side character. They just introduce us, but we don't know a lot of them. And I think that for me, books works better if it's character driven instead of plot driven. And that's why I couldn't give 5 stars to this book.
Totally agree. For me, I would say it would be better if we had more point of views. Like you said, Elena, it felt like the characters in general were shadowed by the voice of Iris and Roman. And also, we'd like to see more of the gods and have more chapters about them, maybe chapters where they express themselves. In this book, we only had the last chapter in the point of view of Dacre, the evil god, which is too bad because I think they could have added more depth and complexity to the story. It could also be very nice if we have the story of the other gods, because if I remember correctly, there's more than Enva and Dakri. Like they were briefly mentioned in one chapter.
There were a lot, and then there was the war between the gods, and there were five, I think, left. The
Yes.
last five gods. Yeah. So
But
who
we
knows who
never
they are?
heard of them.
We don't know anything
No.
about them.
Can I say, like, Enva and Dacre's stories kind of reminded me of the myth of Hades and Persephone, just a little bit,
Same,
right?
same. It was
Mm.
exactly like
True.
the same.
But there's not much mention of love. So I'm curious. I'm sure there is more to it. And I would love, as you said, to maybe have more of their points of view as well. Also, I'm not too convinced that Dacres is the most evil one, because we don't get anything from Enva's story. So I think the way we were presented, the legends as well, we only get a few of those. But I think our opinion as readers, since we only read those legends that came from the part of the world that worshipped Enva, I think our view of the two gods is very much skewed towards, hating Dacres and maybe leaning a little bit more towards Enva. I think they might both be like evil. Like, I don't care about humans that much because I'm a god situation. Because Enva, from what we've read in the first book, she doesn't really do, at least it seems, she doesn't really do much to protect her.
She didn't do
followers.
anything actually.
No.
She haven't made one single appearance the whole book, which is kind of weird.
Suspicious. There's a lot to uncover, and I had the same feeling, Elena, of like there being a lot of missing elements to the story and plot holes, especially regarding the gods and the other characters as well. And also like the dead. There's no mention of Iris's dad, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
Who is he? Where is he?
Yes.
Very suspicious.
I have a theory.
Okay.
Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
My theory is that she's like a demigod. Like her father might be one of the gods, and so she has powers. Also, forests had maybe powers. Plus, the survivors, the ones that Dacre healed. I'm thinking maybe
Yes.
they could have also superpowers, just like in Harry Potter, where Voldemort tried to kill Harry but accidentally left a part of him in the boy. Maybe that way the survivors will be able to defend themselves through the powers of Dacre and attack him or something like that.
But I think the people that Dacre saves, they might actually have like a blood bond with him or something like that. Because towards the end of the book, there is mention of Forrest's chest bleeding, even though he wasn't injured, as they explained, he wasn't injured like in that precise moment. So I think like for me, it could be a sign of he's trying to get away from the god that saved him. So he's trying to kind of break that bond, and he's bleeding because it's actually like not entirely possible. I don't know.
But now that you're talking about this blood kind of link, do you think that when the god is gonna be dead, also the people that he healed in the past
Are gonna
they're
die?
gonna be dead? Yeah, they're gonna die
Oh
as well.
no, could be.
Because in that way, Iris will be alone again.
Because Roman will die too.
And also Forrest.
I've read something. Have you read anything about the second book?
No,
No,
not
It's
yet.
just like, I think in the plot or in the synopsis. Do you want to know what I've read? It's not
Okay,
like
go
a
on.
spoiler. It's that
Okay.
Roman actually loses his memory.
Harsh.
Yes. I want to cry already. This God saving people thing is very like sketchy, and there must be something to it that, complicates things, in my opinion. I can see more action into book 2, especially because then it's just a duology, so the story ends, and there's a lot of things that I want to know before it does.
Same.
So we talked about like the favorite characters. Do you have any least favorite characters?
The one in the Gazette,
Yes. That one was horrible.
the head
Yes.
He
of
was
the
so
Gazette.
despicable and manipulative also.
Yes.
And mean for no reason.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Maybe. No, I don't think he knows. I was still going back to like Iris maybe being a demigod, and maybe he knew something, but no, I don't think so.
I think
He's
it's
more
a
like
secret. It might be a
But
secret.
what if maybe Roman's dad knows something, because he knew who Iris was? And I mean, he might have just sent someone to spy on her or something like that. Because also also like he's so harsh towards Roman. What if it's not really because of what happened with his sister, or not just because of what happens with his sister, but also because maybe he's not his biological dad, because Roman is the son of a god or something. I don't
Do
know.
you think they're both demigods?
I don't know. I kind of hope so, but maybe it's too like would be too
Too
much of
good
a
to be true.
coincidence. Yeah. Talking about like Roman's family again, I forgot another one of my favorite characters, who is his grandmother. I mean, she's the best. She's the
Yes.
best.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I think I also have a quote to support that.
Go on.
Here we go. There is always a choice. Are you going to let your father write your story, or will you?
She's
Very
sassy.
nice. Yeah, I didn't expect that.
And the fact that she and Iris's grandmother were friends, I mean, how good of
Yeah.
a coincidence is that? It's like Roman and Iris were destined to know each other and be in
Mhm.
each other's lives. So cute.
And I would like to know more about the grandma friendship.
I think it could be like a good prequel, maybe, or like a
Yes.
novella or something.
So that we could get the story of the magical typewriters.
Exactly.
Who made those?
I know who is the
Yes.
third one and why is
Yes.
in the
Also,
museum.
Well, because the third friend of theirs died when she was young, right? But who is that family? Maybe it's going to have like a crucial role in the second book as well. I don't know. So many
maybe.
mysteries unresolved.
The magical touch in the book was so original. I mean, the fact that there are some magic houses that can sense the mood and the needs of their inhabitants and act accordingly. I want a house like that.
Same.
Also, the legends, once again, about the
Mm.
gods, they were on point. As a
Mhm.
Greek mythology fan, I was so glad to read snippets of the Enva and Dacres myths, although I wish there were more of them, but hopefully
Mm.
we'll get more of them in the second book.
I remember Roman at a certain point, because he's the one that is like researching the myths for Aries. And I remember, I think in one of his letters, he says something like, I'm certain Enva outwitted Dacre in the realm below, and men have since read and hidden that portion of the myth with wounded pride. He's such a good ally. I appreciate it. Speaking again, like of the least favorite characters, I feel bad saying this, but at a certain moment, at a certain moment, I really, really hated or didn't like Forrest.
Same.
Yeah.
I think it's a case of, PTSD. Of course, he's been to war. He's probably very traumatized. He was even like he died, or he was saved. He was almost dying. I don't remember like
He
if
was
he.
almost dying, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I get that, but he was too mean to Aris. You're on survival mode, but for God's sake, she's telling you that her
Her
husband
husband,
is the
yeah.
one you're leaving behind. How dare you?
Yeah.
No. Also, I didn't think about this, but so they have like the two gas masks. He could have like given one to Roman. If you're leaving him behind, at
Yeah,
least
but
give him the
he
mask.
was
No?
but he was far away, so I don't
No,
think
they were
she
like
would.
5 meters at the end.
In the
Yeah,
end.
but like he was crawling and at some point he just crumbled down and I don't think he would have reached for the mask.
Yeah, but I mean, Forrest could have done something, or at least
Yeah,
he could have
definitely.
said something to Iris, like even after they run away and they leave Roman behind. Like he doesn't really speak much of what happened to him and what he knows is going to happen to Roman. I get that maybe you're traumatized and you don't want to revisit what happened to you, but can't you even like say anything about the love of your sister's life?
Yeah,
And
he
then
was
he
so
asks.
cold-hearted.
Yeah, for
Yes.
no
And
reason.
then
Like,
when they go home, he asks Iris not to go back. Like he says, I need you here. Bro, she needed you there as well when you left her and your mom
True.
behind to fight for a
exactly.
war. So that's a little bit unfair to ask, I think. Like it makes sense, but also she didn't ask you.
That was very selfish of him.
Yeah. But I think we might have this POV in the next book.
I just can't get over the fact that there were pen pals. I really, really
Mm.
liked the part when they started exchanging letters, how they confessed their darkest thoughts and deepest
Mm.
secrets to one another.
Yeah.
And the letters, they felt so
Yes.
poetic and intimate. The author did a great job with that part too.
Speaking about letters, what about the letter that Roman sends reads Iris before she leaves, and she doesn't read it until the last page or like until the end.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
clever.
That was
was
so
like,
sad.
oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might have been my favorite part of the book, actually, because it's so heartbreaking.
Also, I don't know if you girls read the acknowledgements or not, but the author and her husband used to exchange letters in the beginning of their
Oh,
relationship
oh
because,
my
like, they used to live in different states.
Hey,
So she kind of was inspired by her own love story, and I just found this really
That's
sweet.
so cute.
that's cute. Yeah.
I know,
It's
right?
very cute.
Why?
How about the moment when Iris has Roman read one of the letters he sent her? I think likewise as well, he has her read something during
Yes.
Yeah,
after
that's
their marriage.
chef kiss.
I actually thought so. She asks him to read one of his letters out loud in the garden before
Mhm.
she lets him propose to her, right?
Yes.
And I thought she would actually be the one to propose to him. I don't
I thought
know.
the same.
It
Yeah.
it would have made sense. It would have been too cute. But it was
She very
super cute
excited.
anyway. And we have a wedding.
Yeah.
Finally. Like usually weddings are so overlooked. Like, yeah, they get married and that's it.
Voila.
I want to read the wedding. It was so cute. Loved it.
Especially at that moment of the story, they were about to go to war. It was a
Yeah.
bittersweet moment.
And the soldiers coming in and like congratulating them. It was so
Yes.
sweet.
It was
And
nice.
then I remember at a certain point, like they were having dinner all together, I think. And then I remember Roman leans in, and the book says like he whispers into her ear, "Do you think it's time to go to bed?" And I was like, Roman? I was
Oopsies.
shocked, but also like, thanks to you, Roman.
He's brave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give him that. One of my favorite moments was when they were going to the front, back when they were still enemies, and there was only one seat available in the truck, and she was like obliged to sit on his lap. Like,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
fangirling so hard over that scene.
It
That was
was
a good
like,
moment.
yeah, it was like the one room, one bed, except it was like one truck, one seat.
Yes, exactly.
I loved it. But then, the way how he says to her, we're better together. And she also, when he's injured in the trenches, she refuses to leave him there and just run on her own. I think it's very nice to see how it grows stronger and stronger the more you read. But one thing that maybe didn't 100% convince me was when they get back and he's injured, and she was so worried about him and also so relieved when she discovered like he was going to get better. And then she discovers Carver was Roman and Roman was Carver, and she gets so mad when she goes to confront him. She's kind of not detached, but I think like from what I was getting from her love for him, I thought she would have just fought with him for a little while and then just immediately, because I think the relief of the person you love like surviving this type of injury and situation kind of overrides the anger. Wasn't expecting her to leave him in the infirmary for like 2 days like that.
I personally think it was legitimate
Oh yeah.
because he kept lying to her for months. He could have told her the truth right at the beginning and she would have understood, I think. It was kind
For
of
sure.
stupid of him to lie to her like that.
Yeah, transparent relationships and communication always a theme for us.
Yeah.
So, guys, this is like something we've never done before in one of our book reviews, and it's a fan cast. I'm very curious, girls, to see who you pictured as our main characters or side characters as well. To me, it was a little bit difficult to kind of portray the characters in my head because I think the descriptions of the characters weren't that detailed, at least for me. But there is one exception, and that was actually Roman. Like, for him, as soon as I read about like his physical features, then I knew like who I saw as like Roman. I don't think that's accurate because I've picked an actor that is far older than like 19, 18, how old they are. But for me, it was Cillian Murphy, the actor of Peaky Blinders and
Oh.
Oppenheimer. Yeah. I don't know. I think
Okay.
It's true that he's a bit older than
yeah,
19.
just a little bit. maybe younger version of him. How about you?
So I have a confession. I never respect the description of the characters in the book and like how I imagine them. For Iris, I'll go with the actress who played Lady Bird. She was also in Little Women. I think her name is
Yes.
Sasha Ronan or something
Sorsha,
like.
yeah.
Yes,
Oh, I love
that
her.
actress.
Yes, I think it would actually work.
I know, right?
Mm.
And for Roman, I'll go with Taron Egerton, the guy from
Mm.
Rocketman and Kingsman.
Let me see. I'm curious. Taron. Oh, okay. Oh, I've never seen him actually. I
Really?
think. I don't know.
I really, really like this actor. And if you haven't seen Rocketman, I also highly recommend it. It's a biopic of Elton John, and it's really, really good.
Fair enough. Actually, for Iris, I was thinking maybe Emma Watson. Also a little bit older than
I think
19, but I remember like when she
yeah.
played Belle from Beauty and the Beast with the dresses, and I think she would really be a good actress to be in like in a historical fiction.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I pick Lily Collins, even if she's
Oh,
older, but I
uh-huh.
think it could fit in a way. I don't know, not
Yeah.
sure. And Roman for me would be Freddie Carter, which is the one from Shadow and Bone. It's Katzbrecker from
Yes, I
yeah.
completely forgot about him. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it could fit. I think.
Okay. I don't
work.
know. I think he could also play Forrest, maybe.
Yeah.
No, maybe I don't know.
I imagined him bigger, like
Yeah, yeah. Do you know who I picked as Forrest?
No,
Tom
surprise
Blythe
us.
for Alano Snow in like yeah.
I
I don't know.
picked Rachel Zegler for Addie.
Oh really? Oh, okay. Makes sense. For me, Ati was, I'm not sure about the pronunciation, I'm sorry, Aja Naomi King. She's in How to Get Away with Murder, one of the students, the Black American student.
Oh,
For me, it's her.
Also, I don't know if you have someone in mind for Iris' mom. I have one specific woman. So I
Okay.
don't know if you girls watched Sex Education.
yep.
Yes.
Okay, I was picturing Maeve Wiley's mom as Iris's mom because
Wait,
they
who?
Ah,
have like the same, Maeve.
yeah, maybe.
Maeve,
Yes.
her
Oh.
mother, like she has the same background as Iris's mom. She's an
Uh-huh.
alcoholic. She's always depressed and sad. So I kind of pictured her like that because for
Makes
That's
me,
sense
it's
actually.
it's the
That's so
perfect one.
good. That's
Yeah.
so good. It also made me think of the actress that plays Bellatrix in Harry
Mm-hmm.
Potter.
Elena Bonham Carter. I don't
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
know.
Or Marion Cotillard, who is
Ah,
yeah, from Inception, I think. Yeah.
yes.
Ah,
And a
okay.
lot of other
Got it, got it.
movies.
For me, Etty is Alison Sudol, which is Queenie from Fantastic Beast, like
Mm.
the cutie one.
Yes.
I'm wondering
Go
if
on.
you have anyone for Marisol.
I have someone, but I don't remember her name. It's the actress from Aladdin, Naomi Scott, I think, or something like
Ooh.
that. She's
Is she like the
beautiful.
protagonist?
Yes, she
Oh,
played Jasmine
okay.
Aladdin.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Oh, that's so cute. I loved that movie, by the way. Like, and
Same.
this, I mean, the songs are like,
Yes, the songs are
even
on
the
fire.
cartoon, like, yeah. For me, I think Stephanie Shu, she played, have you seen The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
She played the main character.
No, Mrs. Maisel's ex-husband has a love story with this woman. She's like studying to become a doctor. She's from Asian background. She also recently, maybe last year, played one of the characters from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Was she the daughter of
I have no idea. I
the?
haven't seen that movie actually.
Ah, you should
I
see it.
saw
It's
her
good.
audition. Yeah.
I
I
love
think
it.
this actress would be like amazing as Marisol because she has like such an expressive face. And I don't know, like she has this strong presence. She's so talented. And so I think, I don't know, it's exactly how I pictured Marisol.
Did you have someone to play Keegan in mind?
I was thinking maybe Tessa Thompson. She was a Valkyrie in Thor.
The one who ruled. I don't know if you watched The Last War, but like she was chosen to be the leader.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That one.
yeah. Yes. I think she also was in Westworld. Do you know it?
I know Westford.
Yeah.
I watched like the first season or something like
Mm.
that. I didn't finish it, but the first season was cool.
I have another quote actually that I wanted to share that I really loved. And that is I realize people are just people and they carry their own set of fears, dreams, desires, pains and mistakes. I can't expect someone else to make me feel complete. I must find it on my own.
I also like this one.
Yes, same. The quotes are really good in this book. Like really, really good.
So that was it for today's episode. If you've also read the book and you would like to share how you felt about it, how you feel about the next one, let us know in the comment section. And as always, we're here for you if you have any questions or books that you would like for us to review next. That would also be something to let us know for sure, because we're always looking for cute and cool books to review. So yeah. Oh, by the way, girls and anyone listening, this book was also the Goodreads Choice Award winner for fantasy young adult.
Yeah, true.
So
I understand
another good
why.
reason. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, another good reason to read it if you haven't already. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning into Chapter Chat and Chill.
If you loved this episode, make sure you give it a 5-star rating, thumbs up, and comment below what you want to hear next.
To stay connected in between episodes, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Chapter Chats and Chill.